This is the book of Second Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakodash, Slakia. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Alright, my name is Gabaria Allah. Alright, and I'm, this lesson, Slakia, is going to be based on, or going to be entitled, that rest is coming soon, but is not yet. Okay, so this is just a lesson to pretty much look forward to this. Remember what you're fighting for. Remember why you're fighting. Remember why you keep on enduring. Okay, remember why every day you wake up and it's hell and you keep fighting. Every day you wake up and there's nothing, you know, it seems like, you know, it's right there, but it's just not breaking yet, you know. And I'm here to say, remember that it's a fight, okay, and remember that what we are going to get as a reward for continuing to fight is everlasting rest, you know. I mean, eternal rest, rest forever. That's better than retirement. I mean, think about it. You look at the people in this world, all right, the rich of this world, and they retire, but they still have to, eat shit food. They still have to eat, chemical induced fruits. They still have to eat, just nasty, because this whole world is polluted. Okay, you can't even drink actual water. I mean, the water is gonna taste different in the kingdom. All right, it's everything's gonna taste different in the kingdom. Everything's gonna be amplified by a hand by a million. you know, everything is gonna be amplified. So just remember what you're fighting for. All right, remember that every single day that passes by, it isn't fuck another day. It's another day closer to the kingdom. You know, you should never think, oh man, why hasn't the Lord came back yet? It's another fucking day. Think of it as, okay, it's another day closer to the kingdom. Okay, so this is the book of Second Timothy, chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. So that's what we must do. We must endure afflictions. Okay, and when you endure, that means that there has to be some sort of time period. Okay, because when you're enduring pain, that there's a time period that comes with that pain, and right now we are enduring that pain, that time period that we have to have so that we can enjoy the fruits of our labor. Okay, it's like when you go to a work, a job. Okay, your time period could be 40 hours a week. Okay, 80 hours for 2 weeks, and then you'll get your pay stub. You'll get your paycheck. All right, and you endured 80 hours of work, so you're gonna get rewarded with 80 hours of work. Okay, and right now we are enduring our labor. Okay, we are in the job site, so to speak. We still have stuff to take care of. The 80 hours haven't yet passed. You know, we're close. We're at that 79th hour, but we still have to work. There's still job to be done. All right, the scriptures speak on uh, the harvest is plenty and the laborers are few, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so it says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist. Okay, and that evangelist, pretty much goes into. Actually, we can grab it. 2 Timothy 4 and 5. All right. Bear with me, Babakisha. a bringer of good tidings, an evangelist, the name given to the NT herons of salvation through Hamashiach who are not apostles. Okay, a bringer of good tidings, an evangelist. All right, so we have to bring forth good tidings. Okay, our good laborers, our righteous labor, our good work. Okay, it says, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's exactly what we're doing. How are we doing that? By enduring afflictions, by enduring temptation, by continuing to work, by continuing to wake up every single day and look at the reward that we're about to come and grab. It says, verse 6, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. And that's what we want to be able to say. Okay? We want to be able to say that we have kept the faith unto the end. We were faithful to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua until the very end. Until Yahushua told us enough is enough. We didn't give up. Okay? Yahushua put us out of it. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know? It says, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love is appearing. Exactly. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to get that crown, to have that crown laid up for us, that crown that is engraved, that has your name engraved in it. Okay. I know when I am brought forth in front of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to be able to receive a crown, man. I want the Lord to hug me. I want Yahushai to look me in the eye and say, well done, my good and faithful servant, man. That's my goal. The creator of all things, the creator of the universe, man, saying, well done, my faithful servant, bro. That's something that we should all strive for, man. Yahushai looking down upon us with a smile, saying, you know what, even after all this, they're in Babylon the Great, the most wickedest kingdom on earth ever. And they're still striving. They're still fighting. Yahushua is going to reward us for this, man. Okay? Yahushua is going to reward us immensely. Alright? So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 26. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight, all things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son, but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. It says, here's the point, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And that's exactly what we are doing. We are turning back into Yahushua. We are laboring for Yahushua. We are doing the things necessary so that Yahushua can look at us and say, yeah, he deserves that rest. I mean, when you work so hard for something and you finally achieve it, and you finally grab it, you're like, yes, finally. I mean, think about it. Think about how much more that's gonna feel in the kingdom. All those videos you did, all those times you were studying, you almost fell asleep, and you slapping yourself to stay awake just to study a little bit because you couldn't study the whole day. All those times you almost fell asleep, but you got your ass up and made a lesson. All those times you almost fell asleep and you want no sleep and you went out to the camp. All those times you sacrificed so much for Yahushua, and he's finally going to reward us for it, man. Fully. He drops us little rewards here and there and in this earth. But our real reward, our true reward is going to be up in this kingdom, man. The true rest. Never again will you have eye bags. Never again are you going to wake up and say, fuck, I have to go to work. Never again are you going to rush to get to work no more. Wait in traffic. Put on shoes. Put on your socks. Pay the bills. Pay rent. Those days are going to be over with, man. You could sleep. I always like this. Beerus would sleep for years, man. Beerus the in Dragon Ball Super, he would be on his planet and he would just sleep for years, man. You know, that's what we will be able to do, sleeping for years, man. If that's what you want to do, you know, you're gonna sleep there for years, kick back and just sleep, But with everything that's gonna be in the kingdom, there's gonna be a lot to do, man. So, you know, it's gonna be a beautiful sight, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing to have that rest, to be able to. You won't even have to walk if you don't want to walk, man. Fucking fly everywhere, float everywhere. You know, you don't have to worry about body fat. You don't have to worry about bald spots. You don't have to worry about your beard being ragged. You don't have to worry about this, that, and the third, man. You don't have to worry about your clothes fitting too tight or too loose. None of that. Everything's gonna be perfect, man. All because you fought now. All because you're fighting now. Because you're doing what you got to do now. So if you really want that reward, you must be willing to fight for it. And must be willing to earn it, man. It says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Okay, and this burden is extremely light for what Yahweh Shai has in store for us. Okay, for what Yahweh Shai wants to give us, this burden is nothing. All right, brothers. So continue to fight, continue to strive to be best in this ministry. You know, there's nothing wrong with uh having rest, so to speak. Nothing wrong with having a balance, I should say, in this world. But our true rest is going to come in the form of the kingdom, man. So, Lord willing was edifying, Lord willing was uplifting, man. I want to give all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakurash. Double honor yet again to the elders and apostles of your millstone over and teach. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect and the few sincere aqua to our listening in truth and sincerity. Shalom.